Hello students and learners, welcome to the new lecture, and in this lecture 3 we are going to discuss about oxygen is produced during the photosynthesis. Okay, during the photosynthesis in the presence of light, and sunlight is necessary to form starch in the green plants. And if you remember, in the lecture 3 we have discussed about moles, half-leaf experiment, and light is necessary for the photosynthesis. Okay, now let us discuss about hydrilla plant experiment. Okay, so here in the lab activity we can see that oxygen is produced during the photosynthesis in the presence of light. So this is about hydrilla experiment. So in the hydrilla experiment, what we have to do? So it's a general, a small theory. Okay, you can write on your own, and with the help of diagram you can listen and you can write the any answer or theory of it on your own. Okay, first what we have to do? So first we have to take the beaker. So this is the beaker, and here you can see in the beaker it is up to 70% of water is filled. Okay, the beaker is filled with 70% of water, and in the beaker we are going to place some hydrilla plants. So what is meant by hydrilla? Hydrilla means it's aquatic plant. So what is aquatic? Aqua. Okay, aquatic refers to water. Okay, so what is plant? Plant is nothing but it's a photosynthetic organism. So if any plant which is capable of living in the water is known as aquatic plant. Have you ever heard the term aqua purifier? Means aqua purifier means it is a machine which purifies the water, that is known as aqua purifier. So in the same way, so this is aquatic plant. Hydrilla plant is an aquatic plant, and we have to bring some amount of few hydrilla plants from any pond. So if you go to any pond or any water body, there you can see the hydrilla plants. Collect few hydrilla plants, bring to the laboratory, and place all those hydrilla plants into the water, into the beaker containing water. And above it we have to invert a funnel. Okay, what is a funnel? So it is a cone shaped structure which is having the broader end at the top and narrow end at the ending. Okay, so it is, this funnel is going to hold all these hydrilla plant at one place. So then we have to take one test tube, and previously we have to fill the test tube with water. First we have to fill the test tube with water, and we have to close the test tube, mouth of the test tube, with your thumb, and dip the test tube into the beaker, and we have to insert upright position above the funnel. Okay, now the test tube is filled with water. Okay, the test tube is filled with water, and we have to take two sets. Okay, set 1 and set 2. So we have to take the two sets. So we have to keep the set 1 in the dark room, and we have to keep the set 2 in the bright sunlight. So next, first we have to wait for 3 hours. So wait for 3 hours, and the set which is kept in the dark room is not going to produce any bubbles. So we have to remember this aquatic plant, that is hydrilla plant, is a photosynthetic organism. It is going to perform photosynthesis. So it is doing the photosynthesis. We all know that the carbohydrates are synthesized along with the oxygen. So oxygen is a gas. It has to be released in the form of bubbles. So the bubbles will be released from the hydrilla plant. Okay. So the set which is kept in the dark room is not going to perform photosynthesis, and hence there is no production of the oxygen bubbles. And set which is kept in the bright sunlight is going to produce the oxygen bubbles. These bubbles will come up. Okay, these bubbles will come up and occupy the upper portion of the test tube, and we know that the air has a less density when compared to the water. As a result, they will occupy the upper portion, and these bubbles will push the water down. After some time, whether it may be 2 hours or 3 hours, depending upon the light condition of the sun, and the all oxygen gas will be pushed down, and the test tube will get emptied. It means the test tube will be occupied by the oxygen gas. Okay, hence we can confirm that light is essential for the photosynthesis. Okay, and we can also say that the oxygen is produced during the photosynthesis in the presence of light. So here our main aim is to show that oxygen is produced during the photosynthesis. In the previous experiments we have seen that sunlight is essential for the photosynthesis, example black paper experiment and so on. Okay, so this is the procedure that we have to see, and by this way we can see. And the question is, how you can check whether the gas is oxygen or hydrogen or carbon dioxide or some other gas? So how you can check? So first we have to take the test tube. Okay, the first we have to take the test tube which is containing the gas, and we have to bring the glowing matchstick. Glowing is different, burning is matchstick. If you have seen the agarbatti, agarbatti will glow. Okay, if you see the matchstick, matchstick will burn. Burn means there is a flame above the tip, and glowing means a small effluent will be there in the top. Example, agarbatti or incense stick. Okay, yeah, if you bring the agarbatti near to the test tube, mouth of the test tube, the agarbatti will catch fire. Okay, agarbatti will catch fire, it will burns brightly. So this is an indication for the oxygen, the presence of oxygen in the test tube, which is the product of the photosynthesis in case of hydrilla plant or hydrilla experiment. And what is the identification test for the hydrogen? Okay, if I give you a test tube which is containing the hydrogen, how you can say particular gas is hydrogen? The same procedure but little bit different. You have to bring the burning matchstick or burning incense stick. So burning, if you bring it, it will make a sound, pop sound, so that indicates that it is a hydrogen. What is that pop sound? That is nothing but explosion. Okay, small explosion. Okay, we know that the hydrogen is a first A group element. They are highly reactive. Okay, they are going to react vigorously. As a result, the hydrogen is going to explode. So as a result, you can see the pop sound. Okay, so this is the identification test. And next is the lab activity 3. So this is the black paper experiment. Okay, so in this black paper experiment, we have to show that sunlight is necessary to form starch in the green plants. So first what we have to do, first we have to take the potted plant. First we have to take the potted plant and we have to destarch it. How do you destarch the potted plant? The simple, in the previous lesson also we have discussed, put the potted plant in the dark room. As a result, what will happen? If you put the potted plant in the dark room, it is going to consume its energy. So previously it performed photosynthesis. If you put the plant in the dark room and it doesn't have any sunlight, if there is no sunlight, what the plant will do? It will consume its own food material which is prepared earlier. Okay, and after 1 week, around 1 week, it is not going to perform any photosynthesis. It need energy, so it is going to consume its food material, that is nothing but starch. So after 1 week, no starch present in the leaves, no starch in the leaves, no starch in the stem. Okay, so the plant is destarched. Destarched means removal. Okay, so destarch means removal of starch from the plant is known as destarching process. So after that, we have to do one setup. Okay, so first we have to take the potted plant, select any one leaf which is broader, and we have to take the black cardboard. Can you see here the black color, which is, it is the cardboard, black cardboard, and on the black cardboard we have to make a cutout. Okay, with the help of scissors or blade we have to make the cutout. Here the S symbol is taken. S refers to the starch, and you can make your own alphabet, like whether if your name is starting with A, you can make your alphabet A cutout on the cardboard and so on. So we have to fix the black cardboard with the help of paper clips onto the leaves. Okay, so that the black cardboard will not fall off. Okay, so after fixing of the black cardboard onto the leaf, then we have to bring the whole setup into the bright sunlight. So we have to keep it in the sunlight for 3 to 4 hours. So what happens in between the 3 to 4 hours? It is going to perform photosynthesis. And after that we have to cut the leaf and we have to check for the presence of starch in it. From the first lesson onwards, we are discussing the identification test for the starch. So what we have to do? We have to boil the leaf in the water, the beaker containing the water. So we have to boil the water and we have to place the leaf inside the water, and after some time, so take out the leaf and dip into the methylated spirit. Okay, it is an alcohol, and take it out. What will happen? The leaf loses its color, and we have to keep it on the petri dish, and we have to pour some iodine solution or betadine solution. What will happen if you pour iodine solution or betadine solution? If starch is present, it is going to show. If starch is present, what it is going to do? It is going to show the blue black color. Okay, blue black color. So if starch is not present, no starch. If the leaf doesn't have starch, no color will be shown. Okay, no color means it has a pale yellow color. Okay, this is the identification test for the starch. So in this case, in our experiment, the leaf will show the blue black color on the around edges or sides and in the center of the black cardboard. Can you see the cutout is the cutout which is placed over the leaf has not shown any color. Why? Because this place is completely covered by the black cardboard. Hence, if it is covered by the black cardboard, the light will not pass through the black cardboard. Hence, in that region, there is no photosynthesis. If there is no photosynthesis, what will happen? No glucose. If no glucose, no starch. If no starch, no reaction. Okay, no reaction with iodine. Okay, if no reaction with iodine, no color. Okay, so have you understood why there is no color on the place which is covered by the black cardboard? This is another reason. Okay, this experiment is known as black paper experiment. Why? Because we are using the black paper or black cardboard to identify whether the sunlight is essential for the photosynthesis or not. So by this way, by this experiment, we can confirm that sunlight is essential for the photosynthesis. Okay, and we have the few questions, that is, which part of the leaf turns blue black and what about the remaining part? So the part of the leaf which is exposed to the sunlight only going to perform the photosynthesis. Okay, which is exposed to the sunlight will perform the photosynthesis, and remaining part which is not exposed to the sunlight will not perform photosynthesis. Okay, so this is the answer. So next question is, observe the color of the leaf stained with iodine. Can you tell why they stain differently? So the leaf is going to stain with color, that is blue black color. So that is due to the reaction of starch with iodine. Okay, so if no starch is present, the leaf is not going to react. In this case, in our experiment, so the region which is not covered with black cardboard has shown blue black color. Why? Because there is a presence of starch, and the region which is showing the pale yellow color and no blue black color is nothing but there is no photosynthesis in that region. Okay, so this is the answer, and I hope this lesson is helpful to you, and subscribe to our channel so that when the class begins you will get the notification. Like, share and also comment. Post your questions or doubts in the comment section, and if you have any suggestions also post in the comment box so that we will reply and we will know about your requirements. And in the next lecture we are going to start with chlorophyll and photosynthesis and chloroplast. Okay, and we will see you in the next lecture.